Hey, what's up guys, this is Bro Library again. Today I'm going to give you a deck tech of the video I played this Friday. Last weekend I played at Grand Prix Pittsburgh and I played Clawblade to a sorry 2-3 drop, losing to Splinter Twin like 7 times. So I decided to switch up and build a mono green deck, and I'll show you what it looks like. So to start with, we have just 25 basic forests. You might be wondering why I'm not playing Tectonic Edge, and that's a pretty good question. Mostly, I just really didn't want to, because I play 3 Garriks, and I also play Dungrove Elders, so I didn't want to mess with the mana base too much, but that might be something I change down the road. So 25 basic lands, and our spells are 3 Dismembers for the Splinter Twin matchup, as well as pretty much anything. It's a very good versatile card to have. 2 Sword of War and Peace, 1 Sword of Feast and Famine, and 1 Sword of Body and Mind. Now, I am playing the Sword of Body and Mind because I don't have a second Feast and Famine, but I've actually grown to really fall in love with this card. It worked really well at F&M versus Splinter Twin. This, on a Spellskite, makes it virtually impossible for them to win. So, I mean, if I'm lucky enough to have that happen, it's great. Otherwise, it makes another blocker for Garrick, for Karn. So I've actually really liked it. I have 2 Karns, which is one of my endgames. I have 4 Explorers, pseudo Time Walk. 3 Garrick Primal Hunters. He's been a great card. I originally built the deck around him, but I didn't want 4 because he's a little high. Granted, I have the Karns, but I also wanted Karn too. I have 3 Thruns. The only reason I'm not running 4 is because he's legendary, but he's great against everything right now. And him with the sword is pretty much game over. I have 3 Spellskites. I found it to be decent against mono red, but not that good. So I think I'm going to switch that up, and I will be giving you a follow-up deck tech video of what I changed this to and how I feel it's going to be better. But I had that for Splinter Twin and mono red. 4 Birds of Paradise, it's typical green. 4 Dungrove Elder, much like Thrun the Last Troll. If you can land any of the 3 swords on him, it's pretty much game. 4 Skin Shifters, great card. Does everything, blocks Hawks, tramples, Deceivers, whatever it takes. And 3 Leatherback Bailoff, just for some heavy aggro against control decks. If it lands early, it's harder for them to beat, and it's good against mono red because it takes a lot to take it down. Now the sideboard, I kind of just threw it together before F&M, and it actually ended up being pretty good. I'll tell you guys how it didn't end up turning out the best, though. I have 3 Obstinate Bailoffs. Now, these were great against mono red, but I actually need a 4th because they will just burn me out if I don't have these at some point in the game. So I need to change up my sideboard a little bit for mono red. I got 4 Torpor Orbs. Usually I bring in some amount for a Clawblade, just on the off chance I can stop a Hawk. Otherwise, it's also very good at Sun Titan. It's good for stopping him as well. And Birthing Pod, if you happen to have that in your metagame, it's great. Acidic Slimes, I got 2 of them. I'm going to be adding him to the main deck. I think I'm going to add Green Sun Zenith and add 1, maybe 2 Acidic Slimes. He's, from what I found, boarding him in against pretty much any type of deck. He's good against anything. A Nature's Claim for decks with swords. 2 Guy's Revenge for control. And 3 Autumn's Veil. Now, these were great against blue-black control, and they're good at keeping some of my guys alive, but something I realized is that, for the most part, with Dungrove and Thrun and Spellskite, my guys usually stay alive anyway, and I'm not really worried about them getting countered. So the only thing I had to worry about was Leatherback, Bailoff, and Skin Shifter, and if I land those in the early turns, they're not usually messed with anyway, other than off Doomblade. So there's my mono green build. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I can change. And like I said, I'm going to be changing this up already. And I will give you a follow-up video in the next few days and let you know how it turned out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. and I will keep bringing you these videos. So have a good day.